This is gonna be the most disliked video on my channel, and I don't care. So anyone that has watched my NoFap videos knows that I don't hold the red pill community in a very high regard. And, you know, I've used words like toxic, and when I say those things, don't get it confused. I'm not saying that everyone who believes in those things is toxic or, you know, is a bad person, but I feel like there are a lot of people who basically enforce their ideas as the ultimate truth and try to put others down in order to make their ideas seem more valid. And, you know, the whole genesis of the red pill community, just the ideology itself, is centered around self-hate, basically saying that you're not good enough and, you know, you have to be a certain way in order to be worthy of getting girls. And, you know, there's generalizations about women as well, which I'm gonna get into that. But the first thing that really bothers me about the red pill community is the whole alpha beta dynamic. That right there really bothers me. And I know right now there's somebody in the comments typing beta, blue pill, you know, all that type of stuff, and they're proving my point. The whole alpha beta dynamic is just people putting artificial limitations on themselves. That's all it is. Like, for example, a few days ago I was watching a NoFap video and the dude said something like, I didn't think NoFap was gonna work for me because I'm not an alpha. And, you know, I just don't have it like that. I'm not in the 1%. Just hearing that really bothered me because people are putting these artificial limitations on themselves because this whole alpha beta dynamic is telling people that they are not capable of becoming great. You have to be an alpha in order to be the best version of yourself. As long as you believe that, you are placing a limitation on yourself that doesn't actually exist. Forget about the alpha, beta, Charlie, delta, whatever, you know, whatever you think you are. You can do whatever you want to do in this life. There are no limitations except for the ones that you place on yourself. So, you know, when you buy into that idea of, oh, I'm a beta, therefore I can't accomplish great things in life, I can't get women, you know, all that type of stuff. What are these thought cycles manifesting for you in your life? When you believe an idea like that, the universe senses your energy, okay? 'Cause that's all the universe is. It's just energy. Everything is energy. So when you are putting that type of energy out into the universe, the energy of you not being good enough, what's gonna happen? The universe is gonna give you that energy right back. Now, another thing that bothers me about the alpha beta thing and, you know, the red pill, blue pill thing is this general sense of arrogance. And like I said, you know, there's probably already like 5 comments right now where, you know, people are calling me blue pill beta, and you're only proving my point. Like, when you say those types of things, it's showing that you don't love yourself. That's self-hate. And this is something that I'll keep saying. If you have to put other people down to feel good about yourself, then you don't love yourself. You hate yourself. And the sooner you're willing to admit that, the sooner you can change it. That's why, you know, the alpha beta thing really bothers me, because, you know, it creates a community of people that go around commenting blue pill, beta, you know, and all that type of stuff. But they would never say those things to somebody in real life. Like, think about it. Have you ever seen somebody walk up to a random person in the street and call them a beta? Like, that doesn't happen. People don't actually say those types of things in real life. A lot of those people making those comments could not make eye contact with you or hold eye contact with you for more than a few seconds. Obviously, some people are trolls, but this red pill stuff, like, it's real. Like, people actually think like that. And, you know, groupthink is dangerous. Groupthink was basically at the root of every genocide that's ever happened before. This whole idea is dangerous. You know, having to put others down in order to elevate yourself. You know, that's why I feel like it's my responsibility to talk about this and to put these other perspectives out there. Because the red pill community, they're very like set in their ways. And listen, I'm gonna just throw this out there. If at any point in this video you disagree with something that I'm saying, or maybe if I have a misconception about the red pill community that you want to address, You know, I read comments and I respond to comments, so comment down below if you feel like I'm getting something wrong, and we can discuss this, you know, in a civilized manner. There is definitely kind of an overlap between red pill and NoFap, and you know, a lot of the people who believe in both, like a lot of red pill people who practice NoFap, put others down for not doing NoFap, and that's what I was talking about with toxic NoFap YouTubers. So as far as the whole alpha beta thing, my primary message is just be yourself. Like, just be yourself, embrace who you are, drop those labels, forget about alpha, beta, you know, whatever other labels there are in red pill, forget about all of them. Be the best version of yourself that you can be, and great things will happen for you. Okay, there are no limitations. Forget about the beta thing. There are no limitations. I'm giving you the real red pill right now. This is the real red pill. They've been giving you this fake red pill. You thought it was red, but it was spray painted. So that's the first like part of red pill that I really wanted to address. The next part I feel like is more of the foundation of red pill, which is the idea that women are by nature, biologically, hypergamous, I think is the word, hypergamous. And if you don't know what that means, basically manipulative. Women just want to use men for what they can get, and they're not capable of truly loving in the same way that men are. First of all, as a black man, it frustrates me when I see black people buying into this idea, because black people of anybody, of any group, should know better than to buy into generalizations about a whole group of people, because black people have been generalized their whole lives. Like, generalizations are something that black people have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. This is where, you know, the George Floyd killing and all this type of stuff happens. And so when I see black people buying into this message, you know, it frustrates me, but at the same time, I understand where you're coming from, because I bought into the idea too. But the thing is, because I bought into this idea of women being manipulative and hypergamous and only having their best interest in mind, I understand the type of mental and emotional state that you have to be in for these ideas to make sense. Because at a certain point, once you grow emotionally, that idea will not make any sense to you at all. Like, sometimes I sit here and wonder how I ever believed that. And this was like very, very short-lived for me. I didn't, you know, I bought into the idea for a very short amount of time. And, you know I was in a state of pain emotionally. I was vulnerable, you know, and that's, like I said, that's what bothers me about the red pill community, is that they're preying on vulnerable people that are feeling this pain, and instead of expressing their feelings, they're just placing the blame on other people. They're placing the blame on women. Like I said, with generalizations, they really bother me because nobody has talked to all the women in the world to know that they're all like that. And you know, you might say biologically they're like that, but we've evolved past just what we are biologically. Like, for example, white people are biologically supposed to be in cold climates. There are a lot of white people living in Arizona, Texas, like, we are past that, okay? You can't just look at things just from a biological perspective. We are way past that. Everyone is different. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that there are no gold digging girls out there, that no woman is manipulative. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, you can't say that all women are like this until you actually talk to every single girl in the world. I know off the top of my head multiple women who are not like that, who get with guys who don't really have much else to offer them except for companionship. You know, they just love the dude. Like, that's actually a thing. You know, people love each other. Basically, what I'm saying is, with the whole believing that all women are manipulative and they have their best interest in mind, you know, they don't care about dudes. They only want the money, they want the status, all that type of stuff. Listen, bro, some women care about that, most don't. And like I said earlier, when you put that type of energy out into the universe, when you buy into this belief system, that's what you're gonna get back. because the universe is unbiased. So when you put that energy out and you look around and all you see are gold digging women, there's a reason for that. It's because you're putting that energy out into the universe. Like I said, if you believe in these ideas, in the idea of all women being like this, you more than likely have some type of trauma that you need to deal with. There's some type of pain. Maybe you went through a bad breakup. Maybe somebody left you. There's something that you need to work through within yourself. You need to let that go. Let go of that negative energy. Learn to express your feelings. You know, get you a journal and start writing. Get you a camera and start talking. However you need to do it. You know, go book you a therapy session. Do whatever you have to do. But like, you gotta let that stuff go because it's not healthy for you. You're just harboring all this pain and turning it into resentment. And then, you know, with the whole red pill idea, the genesis is that women are manipulative. Therefore, you should try to manipulate them before they can manipulate you. If you are set in your ways and I have not changed your mind up to this point, keep doing what you're doing and see how far that'll get you. You know, you might get hoes or whatever, but you won't find the woman. You won't find the right one for you. You can't find the right one for you if you're not being yourself. So yeah, like I said earlier, if you disagree with anything that I've said up to this point, comment down below. Don't just say blue pill beta, like actually tell me where you think I'm looking at things in the wrong way. Because as far as I'm aware, everything that I've said makes complete sense. And like I said, I've been through that. I've been on that side before, but I've grown from that. There are ideas within the red pill community that can serve you, you know, just trying to better yourself, but don't do it for women, do it for you. Be the best version of you that you can be. Let go of those limitations. Stop making generalizations about, you know, half the population. Stop trying to put other people down in order to feel good about yourself, especially me, because when you comment those things don't faze me. Nothing that anybody can tell me is going to change my perception of me because I love myself. So y'all can say blue pill beta and all this stuff. I don't care. Like I'm doing good, you know. I feel good about myself and I know what I'm capable of.